What's going on, my people? You know what I'm saying? I had to make sure we start this on time because I see they already doubting us. Listen, man, what we got today, obviously, I know it's the preview of week 16. I don't know how excited y'all are. I know we're not that excited. But listen, man, 6%. I heard it went down to 4%. We still a chance, so technically we're not out of it. So we're gonna get into it. Before I do all that, though, let me bring up my co-host with me. Lou, what's happening with you? Lou, you there, Lou? Yeah, all
Oh, my bad. Damn, I was on mute.
Hey,
Tony,
man.
Tony, Tony, listen, man. I don't like what's going on around here, dog.
What's going
I,
on, Lou?
I can't be putting tweets out saying 7:30 ish, and then you start this thing right up at 7:30, dog.
Well,
You making me look bad out here, dog.
well, I jumped in a little early and I seen a little slick comment in there saying 7:34 -10. So I'm like, hey, listen, we're gonna be on time today. So I'm saying, Lou, I had to make the show look good. You know what I'm saying? That's on Twitter. We had to make sure we look good over here. Alex, he will be stopping by.
That's a fact.
He just dealing with some things at work. But listen, man, how you feeling today, Lou? Oh, I see my boy Mike Best in there early. Yeah, Mike Best, we got some stuff for you, my brother. Well, I might. It depends on how you
Yeah,
in
that's
the chat.
crazy. Well, I, listen, Tony. Besides today, I had a pretty stressful day at work,
About you.
and I was called a bullier earlier. But besides that, dog, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm good.
Somebody called you a buddy?
Hey man, listen, it's happened a couple times since I've been doing this, but yeah, I was called a bully today. Bro, I don't know why. I'm debating, bro. I'm having a good time, but I get called a bully, man. But it is what it is, Tom.
I mean, sound like you were winning a couple of debates. You know what it sound like to me. Oh, hey, is the reason you think then they laughing at you like that, Lewis?
No,
Maybe she could
again,
she
I
could
have no
elaborate.
idea, man.
Uh,
Listen, man,
Oh, there
it's
you go.
sometimes
See,
it's sometimes when Nene comes around, I get called a bully, man. I don't know, man. Hey, listen, I have been known to put on. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, but
oh,
it is
so
what it is, man.
that's why you said putting on for the show.
Hey man, let's get
That's where
into
that
it, Tony.
came from.
Let's get into it, man. Let's
All
get
right,
into it.
listen, man. Week 16, 49ers. Looks like no one's playing this game. You know what I mean? What do you think? Your initial thoughts, bro? Like, first of all, what's your initial thoughts about the 6%, and then what you think about, our actual chances of winning the game? But what about the
Well,
6% in the
well, well.
chances?
Listen, that's 6%, 4%, whatever it is.
Oh,
In
I
my
heard it went down to
opinion,
4. You're right.
it's 0% in my book. The fact of the matter is, bro, this team is quitting. Like it is what it is. We'll touch on it a little bit today, but we were talking about it a little backstage on Wednesday, the Calais Campbell news, right? Like there's rumblings that if the
Mm.
Dolphins get eliminated, you know, he's probably going to be cut, waived, or whatever it is, so he can go sign with another team. Obviously, looking at Waddle, we'll discuss that as well. It looks like doubtful for Waddle, and now you never know with Tyreek Hill. It's just, I mean, I sent you guys what Barry Jackson said. Now
Yeah.
there's personal reasons, like with Tyreek Hill. Like, bro, at the end of the day, we know Javon Holland hasn't really been playing all season. He's been making business. Tony, the simple fact is, bro, people are folding.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Like, I'll use the basketball analogy, right? And we've all heard the 1, 2, 3 Cancun. Those conversations are being had in the Dolphin locker room, though. These guys are ready for vacation. They're planning Christmas with their family and stuff. Their hearts are not into it. And to be honest, Tony, at 6-8, could I blame them? It is what it is. As a fan, yeah, I want my team to go up and show up. But as a human being, at 6-8, bro, like, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, is it right or
So,
wrong? I'm not here to debate that, but I do get it.
so I mean, if you get it, what about the people that say, you get paid to do a job? You or me, we can't show up at our job and be like, you know what, I'm just not feeling it this year. I had a down year. Numbers are not what they were or what I thought they should be right now. I just don't feel like it. I'm a half-ass at work today. I might not show up. Might fake an injury. What about those people that say, we don't get to do that at our job? And plus, people like me, well, this will be my last year that paid for the season tickets. I paid for a full season, not a half a season. and these Peltons they're not cheap. They raised the prices because of the players. Let's be honest, because the players is what brought forth, the expectations, even though they're not living up to it, but they're still technically there's still a chance that they can make the playoffs. So, long as you're getting paid to do a job, I think you should go on there and do it, at your top. Now, you have people like me that when I look for the total outlook of the team, say let's tank for Cam, but y'all wasn't on that this year. When I was saying that, y'all was out there playing tough. The reason the Calais situation is still a thing right now is because remember they were going to trade him earlier, but Mike McDaniel said season's not over yet. So and they decided to keep that man here, like if they were going to go all out. So I don't see why not. 4%, 6%, whatever the chance is. What we doing now? What we doing with that? Lewis should take the night off and be replaced by Fred so Tony can win a few.
Oh shit. Oh, hey man,
Hey, yo, Shake, shout out to Shake in the building.
shout
Shake,
out to my man Shake, man.
Shake, you know what I'm saying? I like I always say, Shake, I wish I had a friend like you. You know what I'm saying? Because I know for sure you going down fighting with Lou no matter what. Win, lose, draw. He's a dub. Hey, you're winning in my eyes. That's like some of my friends to tell you right now. Hey, Lou, no matter what, you're winning in my eyes. But oh yeah, and then that's a good point. Ross also gave them extensions and all that. Like I get it. Us as fans, we have the luxury to be like, man, listen, man, I understand that. Me myself, Lou, you know how it is. This Sunday, I don't even want to go in the game. I promise. One of our good friends, because he's a 49er fan, he's never been to watch a 49er game. So I promised a ticket. I was thinking about giving it to my other homeboy and say, yeah, both of y'all go in and I'll stay outside in the tailgate. You know what I'm saying? We got a big party already set up, playing for that one, TVs and all that outside. So, I was planning on doing that, staying outside. However, the team y'all don't get that luxury, bro. Y'all got to go in there, give it y'all all. A job is a job. You get paid to do a job. Go ahead. Hey, finish the season. Finish. I don't care about that.
And I get it, but this is where I'll give Nene her flowers, right? And I'm not going to debate her on it. When she says it, she's right. When you made the point, Tony, like me and you still have to go to work and we have to show up and we have to get our job done.
Yeah.
Again, it's not that I'm trying to insult. Because I'm not insulting you or me. Right? All I'm saying is we're regular folk. When you got a guy making $30 million, right? I mean, what are you going to do at that point? He's good.
Yeah.
Like, to Nene's point, like, he got the money in the bank, dog. He could say, well, no, I got this or I got this. And to the point, right? Oh, I got personal reasons. And he's going to take a day off. With $30 million owed, and they, to Nene's point, she just got a contract extension and all kind of stuff. Like, what are the Dolphins going to do if he don't show up or don't want to play? They're going to cut him? All right, cool. He's still getting his bread. Like, he's still getting his money. Like when me and you, if we don't show up to our job or whatever, they fire us. I'm asking the question.
Hold on, Lou. Mike Bass, that plan is already in motion, my brother. He said, Tony, when the Dolphins play the Raiders in Vegas, you and Lewis, don't forget about Alex, man. Let me reiterate this with y'all. I know me and Lewis the one usually go at it, but don't ever forget about Alex when you mention us doing our trip, especially when it comes to the trip. That's my trip homie right there. We started this shit. You feel me? So don't forget about Alex. But yes, he said when the Dolphins play the Raiders in Vegas, you and Lewis need to pull up, and I'll show you my town, and you have a place. Oh well, nah, we're gonna have an Airbnb to stay. No need for hotel room. Yeah, we're gonna need an Airbnb, sir. But we'll pull up on you. You know what I'm saying? But that plan is already in motion. That trip is already planned, and that's 2 years out.
I know the city. I know the city a lot anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Wait, hold on, David. No, sir. Grumpy said you was late. You said we was early. We was on time today, baby. You can't call yourself blip pick up today. We was on time. Now you late. If you would have been on time, you would have noticed you couldn't call yourself that today. But I say, the man said he'll be in Spain. But yeah, Alex, so the boys will be up there. That trip is already planned. We looked 2 years ahead and saw that we going to Vegas. And we'll be in Lambeau Field. So yeah, yeah. But my bad, Lou. What you were saying about the 30 minutes, something like
No, I'm just saying to the player, to the yeah. Again, as fans, we want to see our players out there. But to Nenny's point, and to many others in the community's point, these guys have been paid. They've been paid basically really really good, bro. And 3 games left in the season for the majority of them, they already got all that money, right?
yeah,
So at this point, like what, again, I'm not saying it's right or wrong. What I'm saying is, what are we gonna do? Because we all know if Tyreek Hill don't play or Waddle don't play, they're coming back next year, right? Like they're gonna be here. There's no ramifications for missing the game. Like again, I'll use the analogy. If I don't show up to work, there's a possibility that my job says, "Hey, man, you're fired. You didn't show up."
yeah.
Like,
Facts.
are they
Yeah.
are they going to fire or cut a $30 million wide receiver or a $28 million receiver? Like, I hate saying it, right? But I mean, it is
I
what
mean,
it
they
is.
can,
So,
but we know this franchise. They aren't. They're
well,
not doing it.
they won't, right?
Yeah.
They won't. So,
Well, you just brought up a name that I wanted you to expand on a little bit. Waddle, bro. Like Waddle is known as the, humble guy, never complain. He seemed to always do the right things, always say the right things. What do you think about all of a sudden, he looked like he put in a Jalen Ramsey type, like all of a sudden that injury is a little too injured. He can't play. Do you think a little bit of frustration might be building up there, Lou?
absolutely, bro. Listen, there's definitely frustration. I'll ask you, if you're drafted as a first round wide receiver, you come to a team that is desperate for wide receiver help. You are the number one guy when you get here. Your rookie season, you break the rookie reception record for receptions, right? As a rookie. That's what Waddle did. 1,000-yard receiver. The
Mm-hmm.
very next year, the team that drafted you in the first round goes and trades for Tyreek Hill. Then the narratives come out of the coach, quarterback, and a lot of other people are looking to force feed Tyreek Hill the ball. We all heard the narratives. 2,000 yards. It was a real thing in Miami. If
Yeah.
you're Jalen Waddle, right? Okay, cool. Even the season, like last year, Jalen Waddle, in my opinion, he played the good soldier, right? Really didn't say nothing. All of team first, rah this. This year they give him an extension,
Mm.
right? Now he's the 25-year-old, not Tyreek Hill. He's
Yeah.
the 24-year-old. They give him an extension. You're going to be the guy. We're going to focus on you. Remember, I came out and said I believe Waddle was going to take another step this year and kind of maybe phase Tyreek out in the era of Waddle start beginning. Not the case this year neither. Look at the numbers. Look at the targets. Like, and again, I don't want to hear the narrative. Well, Tua missed 4 games. Miss me with all that. Tua's been playing. The target still ain't coming. All I'm saying is, bro, and I'll ask everybody in the chat that's listening as well. Put yourself with the scenario I just laid out. Put yourself in Waddle's shoes, and you tell me, Tony, would you be frustrated if
Yeah.
you were Jalen Waddle?
I commend him for even, being as professional as he has been up to this point, because frustration would have set in since last season for me. My competitive nature would have had me pissed off. I probably wouldn't did it, outward to where the public could see it, so it wouldn't be in public eye. But behind closed doors, I'm in that office. Yo, what's this? What we doing here? Like, especially now, I'm the type of dude. If you pay me my money now, I feel like I have to. You know what I'm saying? I can't make you seem like you pay me for nothing. Now I have more of a bigger chip on my shoulder to prove that I this wasn't for nothing. That not only did it earn, but I'm worth that as well. So I commend him for at least, we have to here try to figure out if he's mad. But you know what? Another part to that do is Ja'Marr Chase. You remember that first year? It was him and Ja'Marr Chase to talk of the draft, and they were sitting there. If they was asking both of them, what they looking to improve. They were both highly touted, saying they the future as far as the wide receiver market. It was both of them. Now you see that guy 2 years later, he's now technically number one receiver this year, you know, up there with the top of the top, and you're like just lost. Your name is just lost.
Yeah, no one even brings up Waddle no
No
more.
one brings up Waddle no more. You remember those debates of Waddle and is
And
he
Chase,
as
yeah,
good as Amari? Not even Chase yet. Amari St.
Amon-Ra
Brown.
St. Brown,
Amari
absolutely.
St. Brown. Like
Hmm.
now, people you'll be laughed at if you try to compare him to those guys right now. Based on this season, especially, frustration. Sure, it will be said. I mean, receivers are usually divas. He's not a diva. Out of all the stuff that he could have complained about, he's have yet to complain, and he's still young. He have his whole career ahead of him. You know what I'm saying? Now, that's one guy you don't want to start hearing rumblings about, here and there. And that could be a potential problem because
Do
that's a
you think
young talent,
do,
bro.
you said future?
Yeah.
Do you think the future is in Miami? Is the question.
Oh, see now, Lucy. See,
I'm just hey, you know how Tone, you
yo,
know how we
yo, so
do.
you want to be messy today?
You know how we do over here. I'm just,
Oh
no. I'm
God.
not asking you to be messy. What I'm
Hey,
just saying,
listen, man. This
you
what I'm gonna
said
say. I'm
future.
gonna answer.
Okay, all right.
I'm gonna answer in this matter right here. If it was up to me, yes. Well, I would like for it to be yes. But will we blame him if he don't want to be here anymore? If he's unsatisfied with his usage, we can't blame him. He's done. Yo, he on this current outside of Dan Marino, I got my favorite position is cornerback. So I had a Xavier Howard. We drafted him, and I got a Jalen Waddle. I listen. I don't typically buy team jerseys because they're gonna be in and out. We know that. I was a big Landry guy, but I'm not buying that jersey for sure. I wasn't buying Tua jersey. I love Jay Ajayi. I was a big Jay. I just not. But Waddle was one of them dudes from the time we drafted him after his rookie season. I felt like he was going to be a Dolphin lifer, and at this point, I'm like, so that's clearly right now my favorite player on the team. But I even me, I can't blame him if he's not happy with his position. So, do I think it's going to be in the future? Yes, they have to be foolish if they let him not his future not be in Miami. I'll say that, but I won't be surprised if he's unhappy. He might ask to be like, "Yo, either y'all going to do something or let me be great." I'll just leave it like that.
Listen, I hear you, bro. I, again, if I'm looking right, if I'm a team, let's say team that gets a quarterback, let's say whatever drafts one young rookie deal, right? And I'm looking around the landscape and I'm seeing receivers again, Justin Jefferson in the 30 plus million range. Tyreek Hill, 30 plus million. You just brought up Jamar Chase, right? We know he's getting the bag, right?
Yeah,
He's getting that 30 plus million. If I'm a team looking for a wide receiver, and let's say I don't have one, and let's say Waddle, to your point, frustration sets in because you look across the league, again, wide receivers are thriving, bro. And he's young, he got his money. If you're a team looking and you're like, damn, the wide receiver market is blowing up. I got a young receiver that might not be happy where he is. I think I might be able to use him. And again, you're getting that young, productive, because again, 3 years in, 3 seasons of 1,000 yards, right? It's
yeah,
not like Waddle is a scrub.
no,
Could I'm with you. I don't want to see Waddle go. I do think we've been having conversation here recently about foundation. In my opinion, I think Waddle is one of those guys. But if Waddle did have frustration, and let's say it was known frustration to where other organizations across the league, and again, maybe not the publicly, but we all know how business works, right? A conversation here, conversation there, word gets out that maybe Waddle's frustrated. I would not be surprised if a team would come calling and being like, hey, I could take Waddle off your hands. Because again, bro, that Waddle contract, if you look at it, it's team friendly as fuck. I know maybe not in our situation, maybe there's a lot of money in our building that's going around, But from another team perspective that maybe has a couple dollars to throw around, that contract is not bad for a young ascending football player. And I'll just leave it at that.
Wow. Mike Betts, but Tony, can Waddle be great? Or is he a glorified slot receiver? Not saying not saying he is, just asking. No, he's not a glorified slot receiver. Can he be great? Of course. His first 3 seasons, he proven that he could be great as a 1A, 1B type guy. His first season, he showed that he could be at number one. He had over 1,000 yards, both Lewis just pointed out, the rookie record for receptions. That his jersey was in the Hall of Fame. Till Puka Nacua, I think, just broke it. But so no, I don't think he's a glorified slot receiver. You could use him in any position at the wide receiver. And he'll be a top receiver in the league. His utilization has to go up. We have to use him and maximize his potential for his talent not to go to waste. And that's why me, as one of his biggest fans, I don't mind. I want to see players be great. Would I prefer to be on the Dolphins? Obviously, but I'm a football fan. I'm a sports fan, for that matter. And I still root for players, that I am a fan of, even if they're not here. I still want to see them be great. So, but hopefully we can make that happen here, And somebody put it in. I don't know. I'm trying to find a. They said he was one of the ones that hated losing at Kansas City.
Nene. That was Nene.
Nene. Yeah. Okay. And I remember distinctly when they were playing that that whatever that thing was in Hard Knocks. He was the one on the sideline, like, bro, not 7 points. We can't do that. No, we can't do this. He was the one showing a little frustration about that. He wasn't just sitting on the line. I mean, on that bench, like, man, whatever. It's season over. I'm getting paid. No. So no, it's not like that. Cruz, I'm quite sure you got here late, so. Sometimes you jump the gun, bro. You saw some of the craziest stuff.
I'll say one more thing, Tony, to the effect, right? Has anyone noticed the situation? Now, again, the Jets have problems, right? They're major problems. Did you hear what Garrett Wilson just said in his press interview or whatever it was or whatever?
G5? I didn't hear the press interview, but I heard rumors that he was asking to be traded, though.
The man was asked directly, do you see what's your future here with the Jets? And because, again, I think this is year 3. He's still under next year, 4th year, and still, if they pick up his 5th-year option, that would be 2 more years. And then the Jets could franchise tag him if they didn't want to come to a deal. They could realistically have him for 4 years. They already posed that man the question, and he said, I don't see my future here.
No, he didn't say that. That had to be AI generated.
Bro, I swear to God, they asked him, do you think about re-signing here? And he was like, nah, like, I don't, it is. He said, this is where my feet are now. He like, I don't know how much more clear, like, this well, I'm just saying,
say this
bro,
all the time.
I'm just saying, bro, young guys like this, listen, we got to understand that the world is changing. We might not like it. I know I don't like it. I talk about the change of how people move nowadays, right? What I'm saying is these young boys, again, I have to put it like this, Tony, people, your homeboy's kids going to college, right? To play for to the U or whatever.
To the U, yeah, Amari. Shout out to Amari Wallace.
Absolutely. Shout out to the homie Amari, right?
Yeah.
Young boys these days, bro, they want, when they're out there, and especially when you're one of them dudes, right? You want to be productive.
Yeah.
That's what you want. And in the case of a Jalen Waddle, when them numbers ain't coming, and in a case like G5, Garrett Wilson and the Jets, and them numbers ain't coming, just how me and you will look at Cincinnati and we'll see the 155 yards, 160 yards, 2 touchdowns for Jamar Chase. If me and you are looking at that, Tony, I guarantee you Waddle's in front of his computer firing that thing up, looking at them numbers. And he's like, oh, shit, I would like 155 yards and 2 touches. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
And I'm just saying, bro, like.
But he literally said that, though. Like, I'm still stuck on him saying, or him, even if he don't commit, like you hear. Most people, the political answer, this is where I'm at. I would love to continue to be here. I'm happy here, but we don't know what the future will bring. That'll be a more of a PC answer. But to be non-committable, yo, and if he said it how you said it, that's worse. I'm sorry.
He said this is where my feet are now. What's that? Well, how am I supposed to take that? This is where my feet is now. Like if they ask you, Tony, where you live? Nigga, I live in Miami.
This is where I'm at right now. This is where I'm at right now.
Man, stop. That don't even sound right coming from you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's crazy. Nah.
Like, come on, what? Like if you're a fan of the Jets and you hear someone say, "This is where my feet are now," what am I supposed to do with that, Tony?
So I mean, hey, listen. I mean, that's the Jets. Listen, it seemed like every time
this is how them young boys move. Though
we think our team is in turmoil. The Jets just try to one up us every time, bro. Like one every time they be like, "Oh, y'all think y'all finna get the headlines? Oh, y'all only got 4% of chance. All right, here we go. Hey, Garrett Wilson, go out there and do your thing. Hold my beer." That's not. Man. What is the front office supposed to do that, man? That's a little wild to me, bro. But you can't be mad at him from wanting to be a spot.
No, this comment is spot on. Finsanity is spot on. Dangerous times out here. Players want to win. Absolutely.
That's not dangerous. Hey, listen, man. They supposed to want to win. That's what I mean. You can't blame them for that. Let's be realistic. You can't blame him for not being happy with his situation either. Like what we do, he been putting on with the worst quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? And he still got a buzz around his name. Just imagine he's probably like Justin Jefferson say, I won't be a quarterback that's gonna put me in the top upper echelon so I could get paid when my payday come up. You know what I mean? So I don't blame him. At this point, knowing how the NFL, been following the NFL for the better part of my whole life, and understanding how these owners been doing these players from day one, can't be mad at these players for like, man, I need to get me. I'm trying to get me. And it's just the nature of the game, especially if you want to win. Like if it's team, if that's the motivation, a team wins and want to be success. If it's that's what's driving your thought process, I'm cool. I'm all for it. You know, you most definitely can't blame nobody like Garrett Wilson. You know, you see the madhouse they got over there, the Aaron Rodgers situation. Yeah. Hey, listen, what do you expect?
It's a bad situation.
Yeah.
Let me address Fred real quick. Players want to get paid, Lou. I'm not saying they don't. How do you get paid? By putting up the numbers. You ain't getting paid without them numbers.
Unless you're a quarterback, you bring them dubs in, but you for the most part,
absolutely.
Yeah.
A dependent, a wide receiver, like quarterback is going to get paid for wins and say, okay, cool, right? Receivers and stuff like that, you got to have the production. And the reason Waddle got paid in Miami is because, again, 3 years of production, 1,000 yards, right? Cool, we get it. But if I'm looking at the landscape now, and if I'm Jalen Waddle and I see again all these guys eating, and now I'm getting 2 targets a game.
Yeah, that's
3 targets a game.
Inexcusable.
Nah, hell no, bro. Nah. Again, Jalen Waddle didn't sign up for that. I mean, let's be honest, Tony. And again, we'll get off this Waddle thing now. One more question to you. Where in the NFL, show me a receiver that gets drafted. When did we draft Waddle? 2021? No, because Tua was 2020. Yeah, 2021.
Oh, 2021. Yeah, yes, 2021. I thought you were saying number 21. I'm like,
No.
He went 6, didn't he?
6. Number 6 overall. He was the top 10 pick. In 2021, we're in 2024.
I thought you said right? 2021. Like,
no.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, in 2021. Yes. Okay, yeah. Him and Jamar Chase came out the same.
Him and Jamar Chase came in the same year. Tony, I'm gonna ask you a question. Where do they do that at? Give me another team, another number 1 weapon that's getting 2 targets a game. Being a top 10
that's unheard
receiver.
of. That is
a top 10 pick.
That is 100% unheard of. So. And when you put it like that, it's like, and then you bring in another dude after drafting
the year after you drafted him.
Yeah. I mean, well, and it worked out the first season. The boys both put on, and he showed it don't matter who you bring in, you give me the ball, I'm gonna make it do what it do. So it's not like he didn't give you production when you brought it in and be like, well, you just took a back seat to this dude. So you can't blame us. No, he showed you, hey, you can bring whoever you want. But when that ball come my way, I'm gonna make it do what it do. I'm gonna get in the end zone, I'm gonna do my thing. I'm putting up my numbers as well. So, hey, listen, man, Waddle, this is he's a dog, bro. I don't have nothing negative to say about Waddle. And if this team and this situation makes him disgruntled, sorry, bro. So that says more about the franchise and what the direction this team is in, more than Waddle just being unhappy. Because since he's been here, he's just been a humble dude, head down, do whatever asked of you. Don't complain. He's not a diva. And you saw the hunger in him when he did the I Am Athlete, when they were like, okay, he was like, the yardage is good, but I want my average to go up. I don't like that average there. And the next season, he proceeded to lead the league at 18.3, yards per catch. So we understand that's the mentality that he has. This is the type of dude that he is. We're not going to just downgrade you or eradicate you to two. Like when we pointed out, Julian Hill and him had the same targets. Malik Washington had one more target than him. That's unheard of. For a number one penalty waiting to happen, tight end that just got here. Rookie receiver that just got here in the building. And Achane is averaging more talking to him per game. Nah, we're not doing that. No, I'm not. I'm not accepting that. And me, as I understand you, Waddle. I'm not accepting that, bro. I'm not. I'm sorry. We can't. No. But whatever. Let's move forward. Let's get into this game, man. So we have a potential. No Waddle, no Reek. Reek, let's say Reek most likely gonna play, right? But what do you see, or what are your expectations from this offense? Let's stay on the offense right now. From the offensive standpoint, how do you expect them to perform going in this Sunday's game and this Sunday afternoon too?
Man, who knows at this point? Like, I mean, bro, realistically, we were talking backstage before the show. Like, look at the injury report. Reports coming out, I think it was Tuesday at practice, whenever it was. It was River Craycraft and 3 practice squad players out there at wide receiver. Like, bro, at this point, who knows? Hey, the only thing I can say what I expect from the offense is Achane is going to have a big game. That's for a fact. Achane's going to catch balls out the flat, and we're going to throw a couple shots in the middle of the field, and we might average 2.9 yards because I know that's what the narrative is. That's what we're averaging in the run game. Again, cool. That's the expectation, bro. Like, at the end of the day, listen, I said it in the opening, Tony. I believe this team has kind of quit. There is no fight left in this team. Now, does that mean coach might get fired, general manager might get fired, trade Tyreek, cut Tua? Who knows? Who knows what that brings? But as far as the expectations, not only for this Sunday, Tony, but moving forward, bro, like, who knows? As a fan, I want my team to win, but the expectations, who knows? The expectation is that the Dolphins are going to play at 425. I mean, that's all I got for you, Tony. I mean, dog, like, they're going to play football at 405 in Miami. That's what it is, bro. That's what it is. Like,
he said that. Oh, man.
I expect them to play, dog, at 4 o'clock, dog. That's what I expect.
Hey, I might be outside, so hey, man, I wouldn't even know. Oh, man. So, at this point, we're looking forward to that dang old tailgate, man. Listen, bro, like, to your point, when we go at that, I think it was Barry Jackson said, bro, the only 2 healthy receivers on this team right now is Malik Washington and I think Craycraft. 2 healthy, 2 healthy receivers. And we might only go in the game with only 3. If Tyreek decide to play and not shut it down and, want his wrist to be gone, So I just listen. My expectation for this offense is I'm like you. I don't have no expectation. They could go out there and they could probably blow everything out. And 49ers are on the down season. Don't look like Nick Bosa might not play. Greenlaw might not play. Who are they had a whole laundry list of people that's not playing. I heard Trent Williams is out as well in the offense. On the offense, he might be out. I don't understand how, but he might be out. But it's so many injuries. It seemed like two teams that and 49ers have a lot to play. They on a fifth or sixth running back. They're like the dude Taylor it looked like he's going to be starting this week.
That's what scares me. All the injuries for the 49ers, that probably means they're going to blow the Miami Dolphins out.
That's man.
I mean, let's be honest. I could easily see the Dolphins being like, oh, the 49ers are coming into our house. They have injuries. Easy win. And that's how they get their doors blown off.
Not with a $200 million quarterback. It shouldn't happen like that.
Well, again, you already seen reports coming out that Tua has been limited, though, at practice with a hit.
Yeah. But
are they already starting the excuse train?
Well, they took him off the injury report today, so I would hope. Right. I would assume not. But listen, man, I'll be honest. My expectations, I'm just like you. I don't have no expectation for this offense because my expectation was last week. You know, that's the one I was going to judge them up on. I did say the 49ers game. If they win this game, bro, it'll be just something. You know what? They mess around, win this game, and then go up there and get blown out on Cleveland. So it's so unpredictable till I don't even know what to tell you at this point. I don't know what. If Tua might not have his weapons, Brock Purdy might not have his weapons. So I just don't, at this point.
Jason Sanders better get that leg ready.
Hey, listen, man. Hey, well, he missed the extra point. So I don't know, bro. I'm be honest with you. Yeah, when it comes down, I ain't even gonna say the offense. With this whole team, we could just lump in the defense with this because I didn't expect the defense to play the way they did last week against Houston. I didn't expect that. I was more under the lines of like, the offense gonna show up. You remember the shows we were having, Lou? I'm like, do you trust the defense to show up? Because for the most part, the offense been showing up. So I don't get it. And Grumpy, man, you got the video. Posted the video. Asked me, can we win? I said yes. And then you asked me,
stay on his neck, Grumpy. Stay on his neck, Grumpy.
Are we making the playoffs? I said no. And then you didn't want to put that video out.
Hey, you know what? I need the audio on that. That's what I need. I need the audio.
Grumpy got the audio. He got an audio and video. I said it right to the camera. Yeah. No, we can win the game, but are we going to the playoffs? I don't think so. He said too many shots for me. Well, I should have had more shots at that point right there, Grumpy. But yeah, going into this game, I don't have no expectation. But it's hard for me to even think of a score prediction at this point because we don't know what to look for. Now, as long as they got the 4 to 6%, I do expect this team to go out there, give it their all, fight for that little 4 or 6% chance they have to make the playoffs, and just go out there and be professionals at this point. I'm expecting them to be professionals. That's my expectations.
Tony, you know what I think is funny, dog?
Yeah. Why?
So last year, going into Baltimore, I think that was, again, week 15. You know what the percentage was for the Miami Dolphins to get into the playoffs?
94, 96, something like that.
It was like 90, I believe, like 91, 92% to make the playoff. And we missed it. But now people are still playing with playoff simulators with 4% chance of getting in.
Hey, Louis, it will be a Miami Dolphin thing to make the playoffs with 4% and miss it the year before at 91, 92%. That would be just so Miami Dolphins. Back into the playoffs just to get blown out in the first round again, and we still stuck in purgatory. You know what I'm saying? At this point, if you're gonna be honest, because that's what we do over here. We be honest. We ain't worry about the no perception or nothing. Do we even trust? Even let's say they somehow miraculous everybody figure out a way to lose and they back into the playoffs, win the next 3, do you trust them to win a playoff game? On the road, in the cold, no matter where you go, it's going to be on the road in the cold.
Man, hell no.
It'll be, at this point, for me, it'll be a waste of time. Now, for a disclaimer, would I be mad if they prove me wrong? Heck no. I'd be ecstatic. But at this point, what we going to do? We're going to keep it real. We got to give you the real. Like, I go by probabilities, not possibilities. Is it possible? Yes. Is it probable? No. We know this. The probability of me making the playoffs is 4%. It's just, why are we in this position? That's the biggest question.
Bro, I got a better chance of winning the lottery than the Dolphins making the playoffs, bro.
At the same time, man. Listen. So this is what I wanted to ask. I wanted to ask you. I wanted to ask Alex too. I was trying to wait. See, look like my dog running a little late. A lot. He not little late. He big late right now. What are your expectations? I really want to know your expectations for Tua. Do you think he's like? Are you still analyzing him like, man, to show me something, or are you just completely done with him no matter what he do these next 3 games?
Again, I just want to say this, Tony. I told you this backstage, right? I was very critical of Tua his first 2 years,
right?
Very critical. Going into year 3, I was still willing to hear the words development. Got to give him a chance. All right, cool. From year 3 to 4, I was still willing to have those conversations. From year 4 now to 5, I'm still waiting on those conversations, and I was willing to have them. I can't go into year 5, into year 6, still having those same conversations. I can't go from year 6 to year 7, still having them conversations. Like at some point, bro, you got to know what you got. And I said it the last show. I'm going to say it here again. We're not talking about 5 weeks. We're not talking about 5 months. Hey, yo.
Grumpy, man. You got to edit. It's a little blurry, but I got the sound. How we going to make the playoffs?
That's crazy.
Shout out for the video, Grumpy. I'm gonna have to edit that up to clear it up your video. You probably got an Android, Grumpy, man. That's the problem. I just put it. Don't worry, it's a delay, Grumpy. I put it on. Well, I just showed the part when I said no to the making the playoff. I didn't edit nothing, David. But yeah, my bad, Lou. Continue. My bad.
No, bro. Listen, again, I don't. For me, I'm just ready, bro. I'm ready to make.
No, David.
I'm ready to make the move, right? Whether I'm right or wrong, right? It is what it is. Listen. Every player might need could this be a Drew Brees situation, right? And we look back 10 years from now and we're like, damn, man, we really should have kept to him. Possibly, right? It could happen because we've heard it, right? Well, players not good here. They go to said place and they resurrect their career. Again, I think I'm willing to take that shot, bro. I can't keep defending Tua, bro. There's just no way. Like, I'm conceding to people. At the end of the day, Tua is a top 10 quarterback. He's just not a top 10 quarterback against the top 10 teams. Right? Like the playoff teams, like that, bro, it is what it is. Like, we know already. Again, I was having a conversation earlier. The fact of the matter is, yeah, Peyton Manning took 7 years to win. The difference was by year 2, you knew Peyton Manning was the guy. Right? That's a guy where you could be like, you know what? Okay, he is him. Now let's build around him. The simple fact is, I can't keep saying let's build around Tua, because we don't know if Tua's him.
Yeah, Lou, to that point, and I'm glad you brought that up because I brought this up a while ago. The difference between, because Grumpy, no, you don't. I seen Fisanity said he got to clean the video up where it be officially released.
Don't worry, I'm gonna be sending it out to a lot of people I know. Don't worry.
Hey, Grumpy, I see what you. Well, I was gonna play, but I see how blurry it was. But I wanted y'all to hear
I'm gonna post it
So
on Twitter. Just give me after the show. That's going up.
so listen, what I would say, what I would say, the difference. I'm glad you pointed out the difference between Peyton Manning and what we see at Tua. Peyton Manning was beating them 500 teams. Peyton Manning was consistently getting his team in the playoff. His whole thing is, can he transfer what he's doing, what he was doing in the regular season, can it translate to the playoffs? That was his whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he said put that on the shirt. I might, I might, Pablo Diaz, I might. But yeah, he said his problem was, can his awesome play in the regular season translate to the playoffs? See, that's something to work with. You have something to work with there because you have proven that you can beat those big name teams, those teams that are going to be in the playoff. He was beating them on a consistent basis. It was just when he went into the playoffs, he just couldn't seem to get over the hump. You know what I mean? So, listen, man. At the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, what I'm like on the same lines as you, bro. I don't know if Tua could do anything this season to convince me that he's the guy. I was initially, from the beginning of the season, I was pissed off that they paid him, and I was like, Chris Greer, that might be, that might be the straw that broke the camel's back. Because you had the fifth-year option, you had the injury concerns, and you had the big game narrative, the bright light, the primetime narrative still out there. And I thought the more mature thing to do, and the more, well, how could I say it? The thing that works out best for your business would have been let him play on that fifth-year option, and then we would have an easier decision now. Whether he did enough for them, and because I can't get into their brain and know how they want to analyze him, right? Whether they did enough for them to say we're going to extend you, I'm quite sure he wouldn't have been as much at this rate right now. Quite sure. I'm sure about that. That market is a market would have been out the door after this type of performance in this season that he's having. So, I think that's going to be the one that stings the most. Is we had the fifth year option right there, and you decided not to use it. I want to see Harris rolled. I'm sorry. The way this season went, excuse me, I want to see Harris rolled. We got to do something about this. Listen, before I get out of here, because I want to ask you, I do want to say something about the defense, and Anthony Weaver, because we didn't cover did you get a chance to go back and watch the game? Lou?
Yeah, I watched it.
And how did you think the defense, like going back and watching the defense, how do you think the defense performed? Was it as good as you thought? Did you go back and be like, okay, Houston made mistakes? Like, no, what was your outcome of that?
It was better. It was better than I thought, Tony. To be honest with you, because the fact of the matter is, they got 4 extra possessions on 4 Miami turnovers.
Yes,
so at the end of the day, bro, like, to hold that team to 20 points, it was a good job, bro. I cannot lie. From what we had seen here recently from the defense, especially coming off the week they had against the Jets, bro, they overachieved in this game, and they gave Miami and that offense plenty chances to win the game. And listen, how can I say it? Look at, and I don't want to go to the numbers, right?
Right.
But Miami is a top 10 defense this year, bro.
Mm-hmm.
They're top 10. I'm asking a question. Does a top 10 defense help an offense?
Yes. For sure.
Does a top 10 defense help a quarterback?
Yes, for sure.
So, like, the people that say it's Tua and nothing else, that we don't have nothing else. Again, bro, that's factually incorrect. Like, this team is that, again, what is holding this team back? I'm just saying, bro, like, no, Tony, no. Especially in Houston. No, the defense played great, bro. There's no sugarcoating about it. They played great.
So I would like to say, and I want to, we got to keep the same energy, Lou. Outside of this game, right?
Yeah, CB, top
That
10. Go
defense.
look at the numbers.
Oh,
Go
I'll
look at the
different.
numbers, CB. Go
Outside
look
of
at the
this
numbers.
game,
Top
hold
10.
on, Luke. Outside of this game, that defense hasn't been looking like a top 10 defense against the upper echelon teams either, bro.
I would agree.
The Arizona game, they didn't look like a top tier defense. That Buffalo game, they most definitely didn't look like a top tier defense. You know, so like we gotta call them out for beating down on the tomato cans as well. However, they look
100%.
However, they did look good last, against Houston, but Houston was having a little struggle this season. But the reason I brought that up because I heard you in spaces earlier, and somebody made I think it was I don't want to misquote anyone, but there was like, oh, the Miami Dolphins can't win a game giving up 5 turnovers because Detroit beat that same Houston team, and their quarterback had 5 turnovers. I would like to rebuttal that by saying that team, he did have 5 turnovers, and that defense gave up 23 points. Our quarterback had 4 and gave up 20.
Put up 12. Yeah.
Right on par.
And not only that, Tony, the man had 5 turnovers. His offense still had 26 points. Our quarterback had 4 turnovers. We had 12.
Grumpy, you just sold me up. I know you
work.
ain't just did
That's nasty. That's
the
nasty
video.
work.
My boy Grumpy,
It's the first 48.
And she said, I watched it and I'm out here killing dreams. Grumpy, I never thought it. Mi hermano. Wow.
Damn it got so bad out here. Grumpy got Tony talking Spanish. That's crazy.
Yo, Grumpy. You really saw the video, dog. All right, Grumpy, man. Nah, we ain't doing this. Oh, Lord. Back to Grumpy, nah. Hey, you talk about viral essay. Listen, hey, Dave, we got when we see him, play the song at the tailgate. Yeah, you gotta play the first part. I'm playing first. That's my first song I'm playing at the tailgate, first 48. But but listen, like I was saying, our defense gave up 20 to that same team with 4 turnovers, and their defense gave up 23. You want to know the difference is? That offense still put up 26 points.
1,000%.
That's the difference. When they say, oh, we can't win if Tua ever had this, well, it's Tua still carrying his weight. Let's not say Tua, because I hate saying that. But did the offense still put up points, though? Or was it like when we broke down the film Wednesday, a lot of missed opportunities? With all of those interceptions, there was still, how many we counted, Lewis? I counted 3, y'all counted 4?
I had 3.
Potential interceptions, potential touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
With all the turnovers, there was still 3 potential touchdowns left on the field. And then I would have been in here saying, guess what I would have been saying? Like I always say, I don't care about the numbers. When that man had the ball in his hand, game on the line, he came through.
Facts.
So when Lewis said, you want to know the difference in the Jets game and the Green Bay game? It's in the Jets game, when he had the ball in his hand, he pulled through. In the Green Bay Packers game, and now the Houston Texas game, guess what? He did not.
Facts.
And let's just keep it 100. Keep it a bean. So, listen, all I'm going to say is, let's just keep the energy. Let's just keep the same energy. So, listen, he's allowed to have as many bad games as he can, long as he pulled through. And if the defense keep him in the game and he have an opportunity to win the game, like I said, if he would have won in that game with 3 interceptions, 1 fumble, 2 touchdowns, 2 composers, and the game with a field goal, listen, bro, he did his job. That's what we would have been. Well, at least for myself, that's what I would have been over here saying. He did his job. I don't need you to have a perfect game. I need you to sit there and come through when I need you to. Now, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Pull through when I don't care. He can have as many good games. And when I say a bad game, I don't care about the stats of the bad game. The bad games is when you don't pull through. You know, because a lot of people were trying to say he had a bad game in the Jets game. It was just the Jets. But I went back and said, well, he scored on every possession in the first half. Every single one of them. He scored on every possession in that first half, even though it looked ugly. It looked ugly, but when you go back and look at it, hey, listen, I don't mind that. I'm not a stat guy, but I am a get that ball in the end zone or give me that victory type guy. I am that type of guy. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, to each his own. However, y'all evaluate the quarterback or, you know, y'all team, that's how y'all do it. But for me, no. It's not all about the stats and how many times you can throw for 300 yards. How many times? I mean, I would love for you to throw 3-4 touchdowns, you know, because that's you putting points on the board. But as far as the stats and all that, but them turnovers are no-go. That's a no-go. That kills teams hands down. You know, so hey, but yeah, Lou. Before we get out of here,
can I answer the question?
Yeah, for sure.
So I just want to highlight it real quick. CB says, how many bad games are quarterbacks allowed to have? I'm going to answer it as honest as I can. In a 17-game season, you're allowed to have 4 to 5. Right? And I'll say 5 so we can keep it. If your team ends up, if you have 12 good games out of 17, I can live with that. I can live with that. You know what the problem is, Tony?
What?
Tua's not playing 17 games this year. Tua's playing 13 games because he missed 4. And the fact of the matter is, out of 13 games, you cannot have 4 to 5 bad games. You see what I'm saying? You can have 4 to 5 bad games in a 17-game season, but in a 13, if you're giving me 13 games a season, you got to cut that down to what? 2? 3? So you can have 10 good ones, 3 bad ones. The fact of the matter is, you want to start counting?
So, see, when I talk bad games, right, I'm talking about stats wise. But
that's what
I still want the dub in those games. It's not gonna change. I still want the dubs in those games, especially our games when we still have an opportunity to pull the dub off at the end of the game. It's listen, the game go up and down. You have momentum swings, you have turnovers, you have big plays here, you have special team, maybe big plays, you have penalties, you have all kind of things that happen within the game of the flow of the game. It comes down to certain key moments, and then it comes down to that fourth quarter. If you're still within striking distance of getting that victory, I need you to show up at that moment. Forget how the rest of the 3 quarters or whatever, however many minutes left in the game. Can you show up when it's game time? In the big time moments. That's why here in Miami we say big time players make big time plays in big time games. In the big time moments.
Yeah. Again, Tony, we've all been saying that. I've been saying that for 2 years now. These people don't listen. This
is the slogan here.
They don't listen though. That's not how the question was posed. I was just answering it how
yeah, but I just wanted because he said like how many bad games. I'm just want to explain just because I said bad game. This is a great point by Vicinity. It's about how you manage the game and show up in the key moments. Facts.
Absolutely.
Even Vicinity know this, and she's a Tua lover. I don't know if she's speaking pretty on Tua, but that's just the nature of the game. You like I see for the ones that want him to be perfect, for the ones that want him to not make mistakes. That's not how I judge him. That's not how I evaluate him. Because you know what I'm saying. I'm a big Joe Burrow guy. You know what I'm saying. Joe Burrow go out there and throw interceptions sometimes. But you know what? If Joe Burrow have two interceptions, he come back and throw 4 or 5 touchdowns, and they pull off the victory. Okay, I would love for my quarterback to do that. Josh Allen, another one that do that. That man is a turnover merchant. But you best believe all them times he had all them turnovers against us, guess what he did? Game on the line when it's time for the dub. He pulled through for his team, whether it's with his legs or a big throw.
See,
you know what I'm saying?
Now this is a better question. Right here. See, I love this one. How many games are you allowed to not show up in the moment?
You never allow any game to not show up. Never.
I'm going to rephrase the question, but I like how he framed it.
Appreciate you, Craig.
But I appreciate it, Craig, right? I'm going to rephrase the question, though. Now, it's 5 years of Tua. 5 years, bro. How many big-time moments has Tua Tagovailoa showed up? It's not about how many bad ones Kenny is he allowed. Let's rephrase that question. And this is for everybody in the chat. I would love to see answers of this question in the chat. In 5 years, in those big-time moments, 5 years now work. Give me the number. I need to see numbers of how many times people think Tua has showed up in those moments.
That is a fact. And shout out to Finsani is cooking in his chat right now. I've seen Mahomes not have great statistical games. She wanted me to have a tongue twister right there. Games, but he finds a way a way late to get the win. Easy facts. If you can find a way to get the win late, you are not getting criticized like that. You are not. Sorry. Yo, everybody's saying one time.
Well, no, that's a little crazy. One's a little crazy because you got Baltimore. I'll give you one. I believe Tua
Buffalo.
Even this year in Buffalo, he showed up. Absolutely.
I'm not even counting about the one he put the dub off. That drop, that down the waddle.
In Miami, yeah, absolutely. Bro, that play happened right in front of me. I was sitting in 129, section 129, coming right at me. Right? That's a big. So there's two this year. Even in losses, he can show up. See, this is where me and Tony are fair to Tua. I've seen Tua show up in losses.
Well, this year, Buffalo and Arizona, he showed up. That defense let him down. And I know y'all gonna say, "Oh, the defense gave up." Let's point to the other one for the fumble, but I don't care what y'all say, and I stand on this. When he left the field, our team was in the lead.
Agreed.
So I don't care about the fumble and the eating the chips. I make jokes about it all the time. If you see the thumbnail, lately I've been putting the salty Tua chips in the corner of every thumbnail now. That's probably what Buddy talk about. But don't say this. No. Don't say this on the Dolphin platform and tell me Jimmy Burton just got hurt. You know what? Anyway, back to Tua. Man,
it's not Jimmy Butler's team anyway. This is Tyler Hero's team. Y'all know that.
See, now y'all about to get me and Lewis arguing up here about this time. So yeah, but for the most part, I would say this, since he's been back, and I was saying that, Tua has been showing up. He had, and that's when we credit him. When everybody was killing him.
He showed up? Against Green Bay, he showed up?
No, he haven't. But he didn't cost us the game either, though. He didn't do enough. There were plays to be made, like the one you pointed, Waddle was wide open with a linebacker on him.
That happened twice.
Right, I get it. So we did point that out, but I'm going to be fair and say at least he didn't cost us the game. He just didn't show up at that moment and, pull the victory out like we expected him to. But, in Los Angeles, in the Rams on Monday night, he showed up for the most part, and I got to credit him from doing that. But the fact of the matter is, what are we, 4-4 with him in the start lineup? Or 4-5 now?
4-5, I believe.
That's still unacceptable. That, I just, especially when you go out there and there's plays to be made. But we're not going to, because, hey, he showed, and listen, last year, opening game, he showed up, 466. We needed every single yard. We needed every touchdown, every big play. We needed that. Every time, and I point this out in the second half, every time Tua touched that ball, we were down. And he came back and put us back in the league.
This is what's not fair. You see, I just hate, bro. This is why, again, I'm a flip-flopper, right? CV puts, he only lost 2 games this season, Tony. He only lost us 2. Now, we have 8 losses. So the defense and special teams and coaching and offensive line lost us 6. Is that what I'm hearing? So Tua's only lost. Come on, bro. Like, stop. And Tony, I'm sorry. Respectfully, I disagree with that too. Like, no, bro. Like, again, Green Bay, was he bad? Right? Like, horribly bad? No, he wasn't Houston. He wasn't Buffalo. Absolutely. Again, listen. 30 points to Green Bay. I
Mhm.
believe they scored late in the fourth quarter to get the 30. Realistically, midway through the fourth quarter, Green Bay had what, 23, 24 points?
23 points, yeah.
Okay, 23. I'm sorry, bro. I'm watching Joe Burrow lose games where they're scoring 38. I'm watching Joe Burrow lose games where they're scoring 41. What am I supposed to do with 17, Tony? With a top 10 quarterback, with Tyreek Hill on the field, with Jalen Watt on the field, with A-Chain on the field, with Jonathan Smith on the field. Like, bro, what are we talking about? And if we really want to be real with it, the touchdown to Tyreek Hill for his second touchdown pass, it got bounced up in the air from another player.
Yeah.
Like, that was lucky as hell. We realistically could have had 10 points. So honestly, what am I supposed to do with that? Sit here and say, no, he didn't cost us a game? Again, yeah, okay. Realistically, he didn't cost us a game. But realistically, he did nothing to help us win it. And that's what it is, bro. We got to call a spade a spade. It's always in these moments. Green Bay was a moment. Failed, bro. Failed. This is what we're trying to highlight. Against Houston, it's a moment. Your season is on the line. And again, remember the conversations, Tony, what we used to have? At the end of the day, Brian Flores, we had to get him up out of here because Tua needed confidence. How much more confident do you think Tua was going into Houston, Tony? The man hadn't thrown an interception in 148 attempts or 184 attempts. He hadn't thrown an interception in a month, Tony. Do you think if you're a player that hasn't thrown an interception in over a month, do you think you're going to be confident going into a game?
Of course I am.
Did Tua look confident in Houston?
No. That was surprising.
This is what I'm saying, bro. It's like the moment.
I got a video, dog. I ain't even posted. I was trying to get his game face. And the way he was standing and the way he was, I didn't even post the video, dog. I'll show you backstage, bro. I was like, You know, I was going to say game ready.
Check this out.
Go ahead.
Check this out. Against the Jets, right? They were down. Tua led a drive to get it into overtime. Did Jason Sanders kick the field goal? We're going into overtime. The Dolphins win the toss. There's a video that the Dolphins PR team put out of Tua on the sideline talking to the offense. Hey, dog, we going out here scoring. We ain't giving this team a chance. Blah, they blah, this and that. Hype, right? Getting the team hype. Hey, we're going to go out here and win this game. Perfect. Win. You were sitting there, Tony. I know, sitting next to you for a game this season, I know what you're doing at them games. You're looking, you're evaluating, you're trying to notice shit, right? I know you.
Right.
Where was Tua hyping up the team in Houston? Where was that confidence, dog? And this is what I'm saying, Tony. You were in the stadium. They panned off to Tua during the game like 2 to 3 times on the sideline during the game. He looked shook, bro. He looked like a guy that didn't want to be there, bro. What are we supposed to do with this, Tony? When a week earlier, you're up and down the sideline with the utmost confidence, talking shit to your team, saying we're gonna go win this game. That's the Tua we needed on Sunday.
Yeah, that's when we need you to show up.
Why wasn't he on even with the interceptions, Tony?
Yeah.
Why wasn't he still gathering his troops? Hey, don't worry about it. Hey, dog. Going up to Tyreek and Waddle. Hey, dog, I've been horrible, but don't worry. This next one, we're going to go out there and get.
We down 8 points. It's down 8 points. Like, the message on the sideline, this should have been the whole message to the team. It's still a one-possession game. We still have the ability to win this game. We still have a chance to pull out the W. There's no time for moping. There's no time for slouching your shoulders. Everyone should have been up hype. Everyone should have been up there figuring out ways to motivate the next person and show that you still have confidence that y'all can pull that dub off. That team over there is not good as you. You're just giving them the game. You're turning the ball over. Tua hand that game over to them. And just like you pointed out, you know, just based on watching the film, we supposed to beat the dogs. We supposed to mop the floor out with them. I'm sorry. Right, Grumpy. And that is true. Man, Grumpy was hype. Hype. If you look at the beginning of the video, those who got it, Grumpy said, he said, Tony, can we win this game? I said, yes. Then he asked me if we could go make the playoffs. I'm like, no. But like, no, we still was there. We was down there with some bro, ask a bunch of people came over there still by us because we were still hyped about the game, trying to figure out like, yo, they gotta stop doing that. Grumpy was getting pissed off at the bubble screens. He come up and said, Tony, why we keep running this? But for the most part, we felt like we were still in the game the whole time. We like, bro, it's 20-12.
Where,
22, my bad, Lou. It's 20-12. You know what I'm saying?
No. Tony, I want you to cook. I want you to take this question. I just want you to focus on. I just want you to focus on the end. Where was Tua getting his head knocked off, Tony? Where was that at? Did you see?
Talk about that one time
Tua?
when he dove head first?
Again, that's you take off, Tony. You get this question. I want to know. You sat there and watched the whole game. You broke down all the plays. So when did Tua get his head knocked off?
I don't know, man. CB on some. You know, let me show you how I'm gonna answer this question, Lou. There you go. Yeah, he was confident. Me and Grumpy was we were still confident that it was only an 8-point game. It was there. Bro, I was there. I'm gonna tell you when I lost my confidence. Me and Alex told the story last show. I lost my confidence after that second interception. I said, it don't look like he's gonna be able to overtake this. When we got the ball down, right, and he had the opportunity to go back and lead that drive, I asked Alex. Once I saw him take the field, we walked upstairs. We saw it already. And then that's what Alex was like, if he throw an interception here, and I had the deja vu right now, because I was like, bruh, you know how you said when you saw him in Green Bay, and you were like, bruh, after the first series, I knew it was gonna be a bad game for Tua. You told your old boy, you were like, Pop, it's gonna be a bad game here for the Dolphins. You were like, no, Tua. When he walked on that field, and I did not, I'm like, no, bro, this not it. I don't see, like, he don't look like he believed. He looked shook to your words, Lou. He looked shook, and we don't need that. I need confidence. I need you can't go out there. You defeated already. If you don't believe you can win, you already defeated. It's no, that's not what we're doing here. So, but listen, man, this game, I don't know what we're looking forward to. I'm just keeping it real. Lou just keeping it real.
Score prediction, Tony.
Some points. A lot of points. No, I ain't gonna say a little bit points to a little bit less points. That's my prediction. Somebody gonna score a little bit, somebody gonna stay less than that. That's it. Because I don't know. But listen, the 49ers, still have something to play for. They're technically like us, but they have a little bit more chance. Pete. You see Pete.
Pete, I'm coming home, Pete. I'm coming home.
Miami, 49-10. 5 touchdowns by 8 chance.
Hey, Pete, once Tony lets me out of this contract, I'm coming home.
Ain't gonna happen, Pete.
Once I get out of this contract, Pete, I'm coming home, goddamn.
Hey, look. No, honestly, look, I think no weapons, bro. It might be. It seemed like it's gonna be a low scoring game. I think it might be 24-17 though. I want to say 24-20. And this is going. I will go on record because if you go back to, like I keep telling, go back to TFTG last week. I did the insomnia. I did predict that Houston to beat us. And I was right. Oh, matter of fact, I need to find out. Lou, I think we smacked them. Look, David, I'm about to give you because I'm about to 24-20. 49ers, bro. They broke me already, but that's it. It's my first time ever predicting them live. I did it last year, pre-recorded, but I mean last game pre-recorded, but this one live. 24-20, man. 49ers. 7-3 Niners. Grumpy, you predicting a loss, Grumpy?
Grumpy,
Oh,
you
we done.
soft.
Me and
Grumpy
Grumpy
is
out of here.
soft.
Oh, we done.
Nah, hell no. Grumpy is soft.
Grumpy, you soft for that, Grumpy. You soft, Grumpy. Wow. What about you, Lou? Score prediction?
Hey, man, I got 20 to 16 49ers.
16 points.
I got us getting 16. I don't know how we get to 16. It's a crazy number. 2016 though.
Pete, I see what you did there. They don't know what that means, Pete, but I see what you did there. Yo, yeah. Listen, man. I'm sorry, David. We had to do it, bro. At this point, man. Listen, man. What you got, David? Oh, I see you. Double score 27. Yo, you predicting the L? What? Double scoring 27, 49, and 44? Well, what we doing here, David? Yeah. All right, man, Lou. Listen, man. We appreciate. Hold on. I want to. Where the boys at right now, man? Hold on. I got the wrong phone. Lou, what we did, man. Let me see if they got it to the 380, man. I told her to get a 380 before we got there. I thought we was there. 20. Wow, Lou, we got Insanity giving up.
Hey, man. And the show.
No, we could
and the show, dog.
No. Hell no.
And the show.
No.
Dog.
Damn, they broke us, bro. It's crazy. Be like that sometime. But listen, man, y'all. Let me see what we were. Let me see where we at though. Oh, for sure. We at 382. Listen, 382. We 18 away from 400. Y'all get us to that 400 mark. We only need 18 more subscribers. I should have been peeping this since the beginning of the show. But listen, man, y'all get the boys to the 400 mark. We really appreciate everything y'all been doing. Y'all for rocking it with us every Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. We appreciate y'all. Like, man, get the likes. We had 24, 22 likes. So shout out for y'all for liking. Yeah, man. He said that she is on board with the tape for DJ Lagway. Wow, that's what she said. She said, "No, the heck I did."
Go get that boy from Florida State, that ukulele kid in the 5th round. DJ Ukulele, man.
Hey, listen. My apologies if I killed your dream. I didn't mean to. Grumpy had me under the influence, so I had to. Well, I tell the truth, under the influence or not. But I'm gonna blame this one on the alcohol. Grumpy had me under the influence, and he asked me a question, and I had to let him know how I felt about it. Hello. I got you right here, y'all. To all y'all that don't know what I'm talking about. So you heard it loud and clear. I said no to the playoffs. Grumpy, you hear me? But yeah, man, shout out to y'all, man. Y'all make sure y'all like and subscribe. We appreciate y'all. Yeah. Hey, yeah.
I wasn't. Hey, real quick. You know how we do on this channel, bro. We address all discrepancies, right? I'm just saying, hey, yo, Insanity, I was thinking the same thing, dog. I was like, not my man Tony out here. Hey, you know what? End the show, Tony.
That wasn't me. I didn't throw him under. Listen. She talking.
You showing videos out here, dog.
No,
what you doing, Tony?
No. First of all.
Not my man, Tony. Part of the first 48.
Well, he sent it to me. Hey, listen, man. He DM my video, man. I want to hear nothing about no throwing him under the bus. Grumpy, you about not ever in your life. You about not ever in your
48
life.
Tone? That's crazy.
That's a nice name too, Grumpy. 48. Hey, that's probably how old I'm going to be before we get our first playoff victory. So I might take that one. You know what I'm saying? If I double that 24 back there, you got 48. So hey, listen, man. It is what it is. What did I blame? Hey, listen, I blamed it on alcohol. I didn't blame it on Grumpy. I blamed it on the alcohol. So I'm sorry. It was, you know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, it is what it is. I was proven wrong, so maybe they proved me wrong by not making the playoff because I did say we could win that game, but they didn't do it. But again, we about to get up out of here, man. Appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all on Monday. Yeah, we're gonna be lit Sunday. I'm just letting y'all know we got a party out there. David, you're not invited no more, my brother, for letting them call me First 48. I see you right there. You know what I'm saying? I'm holding grudges from now on. Grumpy, oh my bad, not telling me. Grumpy, you too. Nah, you got one more pass because you know what I'm saying, you was lit out there, even though you had them glizzies on that goddamn grill and it was disgusting. But you got one more pass, my brother. Lou, you got anything before we get out of here?
Yeah, appreciate everybody coming through. Remember the ISH before our shows because usually it's ish. It's sometime after 7:30
ish.
And yeah, man, listen, just for everybody that's still with us, when you go to your local convenience store, grocery store, corner store, play the number 48 in the lottery. Because what we just seen now was definitely a 48 moment, man. So everybody play 48.
Hey, man, listen, call me an Indian, David. That thing is gone, boy. You hear me? Like, ain't no what hoodie. You ever heard what hoodie? Hey, appreciate y'all, man. We out of here, man. You hear me? God, dog.